This video is brought to you by BetUS Sportsbook and Casino.
I don't understand why everybody is overvaluing Miami as much as they are. The Cam Ward thing, I
And
understand.
they win the national championship every offseason.
Yeah. They're the Raiders of college football for sure, living in the past. But I'll say I feel good about Florida in that opener. Yeah, so I don't know how many people remember Joe Milton last year making his first start for Tennessee in a big game on the road, but it was here in the swamp, and it really looked out of sorts and unable to handle the pressure. Now, I know Cam Ward's experience. I know he played at Oregon last year, but I still don't think he's ready for what he's going to face when he gets into the swamp there on August 31st. So I it doesn't make sense to me how Miami's a favorite. I guess it doesn't matter at the end of the day. Just another little chip on the shoulder that Florida can use as motivation. But I think this is a massive game. I think it's the biggest opener that I can remember in my entire time being associated with Florida as a fan, as a player, as a guy covering the team. And whether Florida wins the game or not, it's one that I think certainly is going to be highly thought of after it's all said and done. This is a rivalry that means a lot to some of the older fans on both sides, and getting a chance to renew it in the swamp is awesome.
Do you think that it's interesting that, Mario Cristobal and Coach Napier have a very similar record, except Mario Cristobal has done it in the ACC. Do you find it interesting that there's not a whole lot of talk about his seat being warm at all?
Yeah, I mean, I think both coaches are kind of in the same situation. They haven't won to the expectation of their fan bases. Have let games get away that they probably should have been able to close out. I do think the loser of this ball game probably is directly in the crosshairs of their fan base's pressure. So I think the hope, all the players returning on Miami's roster, and the win total being at 9.5. Like, I just think there's a lot of negativity with Vegas and all the power rankings having Florida winning 4.5, 5 games. I think there's a lot more optimism amongst that Miami fan base. But come to Gainesville and lose that game, let's see how quickly that optimism fades.
Who do you think has the line of scrimmage advantage? I think it's easy to say Florida has the quarterback advantage, right? Like but line of scrimmage is going to matter.
Allie, it's August 4th. What are we doing here? I got 27 days to break this down. I got to get into watching a little bit of more tape on Miami, but I do think that'll be a big point of contention. Obviously, it is in all of football, whether it's college or NFL. But I mean, it's going to be an amazing test for that unit that we've been wanting to see more of. Florida has got to be better running the football, as we talked about earlier. They got to be better protecting Graham Mertz, and they'll have their hands full against that Miami defensive line.
Michael Vick at BetUS.com. Catch an incredible 125% sign-up bonus on your first 3 deposits, plus 10% gambler's insurance. BetUS, my online sportsbook and casino.